This week we are reviewing statistics computed within the HIM department. In other HIMT courses, you learned about MSDRGs, or Medicare Severity Diagnosis Related Groups. Just as a refresher, MSDRGs define a set of patient attributes based on principal diagnosis, secondary diagnoses, procedures, sex of the patient, and discharge status. There are over 740 MSDRG categories used to group those similar clinical cases together to help calculate pricing for inpatient hospital claims. For example, MSDRG 052 is assigned to spinal disorders and injuries with CC or MCC. Remember that CC means complication or comorbidity, and MCC means major complication or comorbidity. MSDRG 306 is assigned to cardiac, congenital, and valvular disorders with MCC, those major complication or comorbidity. MSDRG 687, kidney and urinary tract neoplasms with CC, or category 688, kidney and urinary tract neoplasms without CC-MCC. Now remember, you don't need to know how to assign these MSDRGs. You learned in past classes that these are assigned by a computer called a grouper that groups all of those items together to come up with this MSDRG category. However, I do just want to take a quick look so you have a good idea of how things are calculated on the hospital end for patient reimbursement. To calculate how much money the hospital gets paid for a patient's hospital stay, we need to multiply the MSDRG's relative weight times the base payment rate for the hospital. Both of these are calculated and updated annually by CMS, Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services. The relative weight is determined every year for each DRG and determines the reimbursement associated with each particular DRG. It reflects the severity of illness and the cost of care during hospitalization. The base payment rate for a hospital, this includes a labor-related share and a non-labor-related share. It is set, again, by CMS and varies by hospital, taking into account hospital wage rates, think urban versus rural labor markets, and other considerations such as the percentage of low-income patients typically served by that hospital, or even whether the facility is a teaching hospital. Let's go ahead and take a look at an example or two. Here we have the Columbus State Hospital. They have a base payment rate of $3,800 assigned by CMS in 2019. Calculate the estimated July total payment for all MSDRG number 306 discharges. So we're just taking a look at one MSDRG category from this table. So we need to take the relative weight, again assigned by CMS. So for MSDRG 306, that relative weight is 1.095. Multiply that by the base payment rate, which we know for this hospital is $3,800. Sorry, it's hard to write on this screen. And that leaves us with 4,161 per patient. And we are calculating all MSDRG 306 discharges. So if this is our number per patient, we multiply that times the number of discharges. We have 8 patients who were discharged with this MSDRG category. And this leads us to the total of 33,288 for all MSDRG 306 discharges. Let's do one more. So let's pretend instead of 306, I was asking for the July total payment to the hospital for all MSDRG 052 discharges. So again, relative weight, 0.725 times the base rate, the base payment rate for the hospital, 3,800. This leads us to 2,755 per patient, and we want all discharges. We had 10 patients discharged with this MSDRG assignment. So times 10, and that would give us $27,550. So this just kind of gives you an idea of how things are calculated on the hospital side. I'm not doing any big, deep digging here. Excuse me, I'm tongue-tied. But after making these calculations, you would then want to figure out if there was a profit or a loss. So how much did the hospital charge for those services and how much were they really reimbursed for those services? But for now, I just want you to be able to calculate a payment that would go to the hospital for any particular one MSDRG category and the discharges related with that category for a particular month or for a particular year. So good luck. You will see one or two of these on the quiz this week. So practice a bit and good luck. Thanks.